Hello Sagittarius and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your October 2025 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you, so welcome Sagittarius. We have Ask Your Angels, so you're being reminded that angel assistance is available to you. And we have Reconsider, so there could well be something to reconsider. Ultimately, you can say yes or no to this. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Sagittarians? Let's pull a romance angel message for you. What do we have for Sagittarius? Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So that's your romance angel message. And let's have a look at a money message for you. What do we have for our lovely Sagittarians, angels, spirits, guides? Thank you. We have block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. So don't get distracted by, again, other people, your mind, your mental energy, thought patterns. This is focusing on what's important to you. Let's see what we have for October. As always, I am going to pull week by week. Timing can be fluid, but the messages remain the same. So let's see what we have for our lovely Sagittarians. Message for Sagittarius, thank you. Week 1. Oh, nice. We have the 9 of Pentacles. The 6 of Cups. Strength. The 8 of Wands. Let's pull some clarifiers and see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Sagittarians? What do we have, thank you, angel spirits, guides, for Sagittarius? We have the 2 of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. We have the 8 of Cups. And we have the 2 of Wands. There is a feeling, Sagittarius, of being in a really powerful position with the 9 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. If you are wanting a sum of money, for example, if you're selling something or buying something and you're wanting to get the right amount of money, you might have more than one interested party. And it might well be that you are maneuvering the situation, shall we say, to get the money that you want. So this is a lovely energy here of if you're selling something or buying something, you're getting the sum of money that you feel you deserve. It's an energy of financial success. It can be in terms of a sum of money. It will be the same if you're going through a process and you're feeling back and forth, but you're determined to get what you want. You come out on top. You get the money that you deserve. Week 1 is very positive in terms of money and getting what you deserve. Now, the same thing would apply, for example, if you had maybe more than one opportunity, maybe 2 opportunities, or even whether I stay or go could be the question that you might ask yourself in terms of, I'm offered this to go to, a new job, and they're paying me this, but I don't really want to leave. But it might well be that you're maneuvering a situation here to get the money that you want, the recognition that you want, the status that you want in your current aspect. Could be a career path, for example. This is about financial success, reaping the fruits of your labor. You can have choices to make in terms of which opportunity to take. So this is just a lovely energy of being in a really powerful position. Now, for those of you in money who are entrepreneurs, where you have your own business that's thriving, you might be questioning yourself, where do I go from here? You might be deciding to add another string to your bow or start another business, even a second business, because you're in a very powerful position to do so, and you've learned, you've grown from the first business that you've built. So it might well be that you're ready to start some kind of second business, second option, taking all the learnings and experience and the valuable information that you've acquired to really even cement greater success and fulfillment on even a second business or a second path or an additional string to your bow in your existing business, and having the financial funding and capability to do that. So this would also be very powerful for you. Money areas, week one, it's incredibly great. I mean, this is a great position to be in. So the Six of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Should you have been striving for this, and it could well be a place that you've worked for a significant amount of time. The Six of Cups, there's memories, there's nostalgia, there's you've been there a long time, and you've really worked hard, and you're ready for the next level, and you've shown what you can do. And you might have carried on more, taken on more responsibility than others, or taken on far more responsibility than was your job description. This is an opportunity here to have the recognition that you deserve. For some of you, these two cards might apply, but might be linked together, but it's not limited to that. So the Six of Cups and the Ten of Wands. It can also be an experience that might have become heavy as well. So it's not just about hard work, the Ten of Wands. It might be an experience, might have become heavy with a place that you have been for a significant amount of time. You might even be ready to let it go. Because for some of you, it might feel that you've been hitting the glass ceiling and you weren't getting anywhere regardless of your efforts. So again, this can be you're ready for change on that basis as well, depending on how this resonates for you. On a personal level, the Six of Cups and the Ten of Wands, it can be somebody who is either in your atmosphere, somebody who you have history, nostalgia with, memories with. Can be romantic, but it's not limited to that. It can be family, it can be friendships. It's an opportunity to let go of all the water under the bridge or the baggage that's acquired over a period of time. Someone's asking you can we let it go and start over? Something might have become too much, and you're at that point whether you're deciding, what do I do next? Because this is becoming too much. Could be sometimes a straw that breaks the camel's back in this kind of energy where you're making a decision, even though someone has been in your life for a significant amount of time, whether this is for you anymore. Now, it can be to do with things like home and property as well. It might become too much to handle. For example, if it's a massive property and you're wanting to downside because it's become too much, this can also be that kind of energy as well where you're ready. And again, it could tie in with, what you're trying to maneuver in this situation in week one. So these are the energies at play here, Sagittarius. The Six of Cups can also be someone returning from the past in some way, a soul connection on some level. And it's about letting go of all the baggage from the past and whether you can or not. So this is the energy at play. You might be presented with that kind of dilemma. Strength card and the Eight of Cups. On that basis, it can be the strength to decide whether you want to walk away from a situation. For those of you where there's somebody returning into your life, It can be a strength and courage to decide whether you've moved on or not, whether you've already left it all behind. So this is that scenario that might be presented to you here. I think that will take a degree of strength and courage because there's emotions involved. But you know what you need to do with the Strength card. We have our own conviction. We have our own purpose. We know what the challenge is, whether it's internal or external, or a combination of both. We can all have insecurities, doubts, fears. We can all have blocks, mental blocks in our own energy. We can also face challenge in our external environment. But it's an opportunity to have the strength and courage to decide whether you walk away from somewhere now. The Eight of Cups always walks towards the Nine of Cups, greater happiness, fulfillment, abundance, contentment, joy. But it's whether you can get that in your current circumstances or whether it's time to walk away. Or whether you've moved on. The fundamental energy remains the same. You decide, and this is about being honest with yourself, facing our own fears, doubts and insecurities as well in making this decision on whether it's time to walk away or whether you've moved on, is what I see for you here. Because the Two of Wands and the Eight of Wands represent there's a choice at some kind of crossroads. Sometimes it can be an opportunity to go one way or another, or to stay or go in a situation, but you take your world in your hands and you make choices from a point of empowerment, not fear of the unknown. So I think for a lot of you here, the Eight of Wands represents conversation, communication going on. There could well be some conversations here in terms of how you move forward here, Sagittarius, but I think it's bringing you to a point of decision. And it's an empowered decision where, regardless of what anybody else says, this is where you might need to block out distractions. You know what you need to do. You know the choice that you need to make. That will does not belong to anybody else. It belongs to you. And you will make your life choice and life decision on that basis. So there is some significant choice. You will face some kind of gateway around week 4. Probably to do with week 3, week 4, in terms of whether you walk away from something or have moved on from somewhere. This is the choice that you make. But I think that conversations will help bring you to a point, to a conclusion, when you're ready to take action, when you're ready to make some kind of choice. So I think communication is going to be really powerful for you around week 3, week 4, because I think this is going to bring clarity to a situation. You are reconsidering your position. You are deciding which way you need to go. You are really, I do like seeing strength there, because this is really having the strength and courage to really connect to our higher selves, to make the right choice for ourselves, to face and deal with what needs to be faced with and addressed, and not allow ego to play a part. So it's a lovely energy here of something brings you to a crossroads week 3, week 4, but from an empowered point of view. And it's a life choice, a life decision in terms of how you move forward. The cautionary energy with the Two of Wands is don't let fear of the unknown stop you from making the right choice for you. But with all this empowered energy, this fire energy, and really coming into your own Sagittarius, I don't think that's going to be an issue. Powerful fire energy with the Eight of Wands and the Two of Wands. And again, the Eight of Wands is Sagittarian energy. So I certainly feel that you are ready to make some clear choice and decision. You've talked it through. You've talked things out. There's clear communication and you know which way you need to go. Two of Wands can be, again, to paths, to opportunities. It can be also an energy of expansion, a choice to expand in a certain area. But it can also be stay or go. And also an energy of, if you're wondering whether you take a chance on a situation or not, this is you are being guided by the communication that you are having here. But this is where you don't get, this is about this is almost like someone saying, I'll make my own decision. I'm not allowing anybody else to influence me, because there could well be other people who might be, chipping in some way, shape or form. It's a life choice and a decision in whichever area. Let's see what we have for you, Sagittarius. Spirit animal, oracle message, we have Panda. Create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or workplace. And it could be that you just need a sacred space for yourself in dealing with this situation. Now, Panda is all about balance as well. It's about yin and yang. And I think that's what you're trying to address or come to. How to make some kind of balanced decision, for your life, taking everything on board, all this communication. So let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Sagittarius? The additional cautionary energy with these cards, again, I'm just looking at the energies that have come out here. It can also be here an opportunity to the strength and courage to consider and reconsider and not rush into something as well around week 3 and week 4. So just be mindful of that too. All right, let's see what we have for you. But I feel then you're clear. Yeah. We have choices. You can see on that picture, all those doors are closed, but one is clearly open. So we have choices. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices that you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. So there are choices to make here. This is your spirit message. Second spirit message, we have cleanse. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much-needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, tidy the office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Now, cleansing is release, it's detox, it's letting go of what no longer serves you. You could look at that from an energetic point of view as well. Sagittarius, that's what I have for you for the month of October 2025. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful month, and I will see you next time.